Hello there, morons. It's Victor King of the Morons. I'm all dressed up today. Got my tie on. Yes. This is a piece of shit tie that I'm going to throw away. I'm just wondering when to throw it away. This is a laundry video, which means if you're not familiar with that term, it's a video that you don't really need to watch. Just listen to, do your laundry, run around naked, wash your dog, wash your car, get a little toothpick and clean out that crap out of your nails, whatever you need to do. Don't touch yourself. I'm talking here. Okay. Anyway, what I do during these laundry vlogs are just basically react, think, stream of consciousness, answer your stupid questions, kind of thing. Today's first stupid question comes from a guy named Sergio, and he tells me why he watches my videos, which is not really a question, but his opinion is I'm legit. I'm honest. You're better than most YouTubers and more honest. And this is something I struggle with because I do strive to be honest. But however is redundant. However, I'm not completely honest in that there are certain things I really want to talk to you guys about, but I can't because it affects my family or it affects friends. Like, well, I'll be a little bit I'll be a little bit honest. There's something I'd like to talk about that would, I won't say her name, but it would upset someone else on YouTube, and someone that I care about, and I wouldn't want to upset her. So due to that, I will not talk about certain things or certain things that will upset my family. That although I'd basically be talking shit about somebody in both those videos. But it would upset people who agree with me, but don't want to be called out for talking to me about their problems. So that's basically it. So people talk to me about their problems, and then I want to talk to you about some shitty people. And I can't. So I'm not as honest as I'd like to be. So I basically have no shame, as in I will not hide my weaknesses from you if they only affect me. And my weaknesses, I think, in that respect, are my strengths. Here's something that's interesting for you. Here's a good lesson. If you want to turn off the video after this, just listen to this. If someone's got you by the balls, let's be very literal. If someone's got you by the balls, they got something that they know that matters to you. The only way you can win that is by not caring about that anymore. Let's say somebody knows that this Krispy Kreme, let's make a very simple example. Somebody knows this Krispy Kreme cup means something to me. So they take it from me in the hope that I will do what they want. They take my Krispy Kreme mug hostage. The only way I can win this confrontation, this interaction with another human being, which is the source of all problems, all unhappiness comes from interaction with other human beings, is to say, go ahead, the mug is yours, you win. By losing, you win, because as soon as you do that, that person has no more power over you. Right? I hope you guys understand that. And I've used that in the past, and I've mentioned this in videos before. But anywho, let's go on to a second question. He said, I asked people on YouTube, how do you get over grief? And this kid talks about, I assume he's a kid, but Sergio says his dog died. And he was so upset he became very aggressive towards his family, very negative towards his family. And later, and anyway, he came to regret the way he had behaved due to his grief. But so he doesn't really answer the question. I mean, my question should, well, maybe my question was bad, but my question is not how should you grieve. No. How did you relate to grief was my question, but I should have asked, what's the best way to grieve? How can you get over something? And I guess he doesn't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is there. So, anywho, let's go on. And by the way, that's a good question. A lot of people have said, Victor, get a new dog. But I think that's kind of a lame answer. Okay. Anyway, there's a guy. Next question comes from a guy named Marcel, who says he will be applying. This is May 3rd. He will be applying for the JET program in a couple of years after his bachelor's finished. I'm often surprised at how far ahead a lot of you plan, like 2 years ahead of time or 6 years ahead of time. I got an email yesterday from someone who's 16 years old who says in 8 years he's going to move to Japan and buy a house. I mean, how do you know where you're going to be in 8 years? Are you that organized? If you are, I'm impressed. But I wasn't, for sure. When I was 16, I was probably thinking about sex, okay, to be honest. Anyway, not any kind of, no, I shouldn't say sex, love. I was a very romantic 16-year-old. Sex wasn't the cake I was after, but anyway. So he says, what are your thoughts on what age is best to teach? I have little experience in teaching, but I'm wondering what your thoughts are on what age. I've had this question before. What is the best age to teach? It really depends on you. I don't know. Kids are great in that they learn so quickly. They're little sponges. They just suck up information so fast. And after just a few lessons, they just seem to remember everything. But they also forget quickly. And they're energy vampires. So they will suck the energy right out of you. Seriously. So they're great, but they're exhausting. Okay. And the intellectual level of your class will never be stimulating. So when you teach like older people, even if their English is bad, the fact that they are experienced older people will sometimes let you learn things from them. And it'll be interesting to talk with them, actually. But kids, they are beautiful, they're wonderful, but I hate to say it, but they're like puppies, Puppies are cute, kids are cute, and you may think, oh, this one's really smart, but in the end, he's just a kid, he's not going to really contribute that much to your growth, right? But an older person might. That's what I think. Anyway, let me see. I think my preferences are showing. He says, I'm not interested in teaching in high schools or colleges, just middle school and younger mainly because I love kids. So this guy, Marcel, loves kids. I think my preferences are showing. Please let me know via response, even in a video if possible. And you can use my name. Well, too late. I already did. So anyway, keep up the good work and fight the power. So Marcel, if you like kids and teach kids, the downside is it's kind of intellectually retarding, and I don't mean that in the slang. I mean, it slows you down, if you're dealing with children all day. But at the same time, they're also inspiring in that they're always so happy and so open. Okay, next question comes from a lady named Rebecca, who wants to know, she has questions about mental illness and how they are viewed in Japan. She has a disorder. This is a hard one. She has a disorder where she pulls out parts of her scalp, and this kind of disorder is called trichotillomania. Trichotillomania. I'm not sure how to say it, but in the States, these types of disorders are viewed as taboo, and people tend to shun it away and ignore its existence. Yes, because you're pulling your scalp out. That makes anybody feel uncomfortable. It looks like you're hurting yourself. Nobody likes to be with people who are hurting themselves. So that's it. So for example, if a person were to go out on the streets of a Japanese city with evidence of such a disorder, what experiences could they expect to happen? You will be ignored. Nobody cares. They might care, but they will ignore you. They won't talk. They won't reach it. You're not, unless you know somebody, they probably won't talk to you. Okay? And she says, of course, I will not announce to anyone of this strange habit and will keep it hidden. But if friends or coworkers were to become aware, would I be shunned? I don't know. it depends on the investment, the emotional investment that people have in you. I suppose I would say that if people had a lot of emotional investment in you in the beginning, and if you were then, after you had established a good relationship with someone, if at that point you were to reveal your mental problem, your mental your psychological, the fact that you pull your hair out, okay, whatever that you want to call it, this problem, if you were to reveal that then, you'd have a greater chance of being accepted. But why? I mean, if I just met you and you told me this right away, why should I care about you? You know, I don't know you. I just met you. My initial feeling would be, thanks for telling me that right away. I don't want anything to do with you because that's fucked up. Okay. Yeah. I want to say get more therapy. Yeah. That's all I can say about that. Okay. Let's see. Also, I'm curious on how these conditions are treated. I have no idea. I've never heard of anyone who had that condition. I know in the state, is this person trolling me? I kind of think they're not. But anyway, I know here in the States they pump antidepressants and therapy down your throat when dealt with gently, or just told to get over it. I don't know what kind of approach. I do have students who are psychiatrists. I'll ask them next time, and if I come up with something, I'll make another video. But I tend to think the answers are pretty predictable. They'll say that they deal with every student, with every patient individually, and there's no general consensus on how things there will be no general consensus on how people with this problem are treated. Okay. Next question comes from Ryan, who says, Victor, I haven't seen anyone ask you, does anyone about how Japan sees stretched ears? Okay. Also, can you get a job if you have them, if you have stretched ears? I notice Unrested has them, and he's a teacher, I think. Well, Unrested is no longer a teacher, and I know he has like stretched ears and tattoos and shit and fucked up hair. No, actually, I like his hair. I'm just kidding. But generally speaking, this is the rule. If you're a foreigner, you can get away with shit that most Japanese can't. Okay? You can get away with wearing a black tie and a black suit even if there's no funeral. You can get away with dyed hair where most Japanese wouldn't, or weird clothes. However, when it comes to being a teacher and having nose piercings and facial piercings, I would tend to think it's going to be harder to get someone to convince a company to hire you unless you have some strong credentials before the interview. Most people don't, you know. But if my reputation preceded me as a really good teacher and I showed up at the interview with dyed hair or facial piercings, etc., then I might have a chance. But without that, I would think, you know what, you probably can get hired, but it'll be a low-level school. The salary, the monetary motivation will not be that interesting. Okay, next question. Just a vote of support, after I canceled the Give Me a Flick Man channel. I'm doing everything on the Give Me a Break Man channel now. Next email is another show of support. Okay, here's another. Let me see. You know what? I emailed that guy. Remember that guy that I criticized his girlfriend for saying like too much? I don't know if you guys noticed, but that guy hasn't put up videos at all in the last month. So I felt bad. So I said, dude, I emailed him. I said, look, I don't want you to stop posting, And I'm sure a lot of people are like, why do you even waste your time? But I want people to post. I want people to. I think being a vlogger is a fun thing. I enjoy it, and I don't want to take joy away from other people by being myself. So although I don't take back anything I said, I am sorry that they stopped blogging. So okay. So I emailed him and I said, hey, come back. And he said he's busy. So after that, maybe he'll come back. Okay. So here's another guy from Israel, and his spelling is dude. Your spelling is shit in English, but your English is. But I can understand. He says he's He's an 18-year-old guy from Israel. I just said that, and he wants to go to Temple University in Tokyo. And he wants to know, can I come to Japan without any language skills, or do I have to study Japanese before joining university? The more Japanese you know, the better. But if you get into a university here and you have zero skills, I'm sure the university knows that because they accepted you, so I'm sure they will put you in some kind of Japanese. They will make you take Japanese classes until you're good enough. So the other question is interesting. If I come to Japan as an Israeli student, will there be any acts of anti-Semitism? I mean, Japanese people will be racist to me, although I am myself a Christian. So you're not Jewish. There's a very shallow level. There's a very shallow, light level of anti-Semitism here, with people who are just ignorant. They don't know anything about Jews, and they know a little bit like, oh, Jews have big noses, and Jews are rich, Jews control the world, that kind of ignorance. So those kind of people exist here, but it generally does not get in the way of anything, because you know what trumps that? Being a gaijin. Okay, nobody cares about your religion. They care that you're a gaijin. That will be the more influential factor in your relationship with Japanese people. Let's see. Do I have time for one more? Here's something funny. I recently complained about being with a major network and being badly treated and ignored, basically. Right after I put that video up on May 3rd, some guy emails me that says, dude, join this network and I'll make 15% of whatever money you make for them. So you should quit your network. And I'm like, really? You're actually trying? After I just badmouthed a major network, your response is, oh, maybe Victor wants to join our network, which was really weird. So I said, I should have made that clear. I really don't see much reason to join a network. I can't see any reason for giving anyone 30% of your money. And I think you're crazy to email me and ask me if I want to join your network. Although he says, hey, I don't really want to make any money off you, but I should tell you that if you join, I'll make 15%. Apparently he's willing to forgo that money, but still, no, I'm not interested in joining any network. I'm completely, I'm not interested. What's the word we use? I can't remember. If you have a girlfriend and then you break up and you're brokenhearted and you have a negative feeling against all women, damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. It really is. This is like the closest any word. Oh, tainted, not tainted. But you get the idea. Oh God, I can't remember. Okay, so I'm sure someone will understand. But anyway, I do not want to join another network, and I can't anyway. Even if I want to, I can't because I'm in a network until October. Okay. Let's see. Another guy says, "Hey, I'm actually surprised you're willing to badmouth makers." A lot of people have asked me, like, am I going to get some kind of punishment? But what could you fucking do to me? Seriously, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to say the F word. No, I'm not. But seriously, what could they do to me that could be worse? I'm stopping making videos on my own channel. They have scared me off my own channel. I think they basically have won in that respect. Yeah, I really doubt they can do anything to me that I could care about. They're already taking $300 a month for doing nothing. They've made my whole YouTube experience an unhappy one now. So, I don't care anymore. Actually, yeah. By the way, I don't give a shit anymore. Okay, I'm talking about it because I think people should know, but I don't give a shit anymore. Okay. Last email. Let me see. No, it's not a question. Okay. Another vote of confidence from a guy named Bartlomi Lomage. So thank you for the vote of support. Last email. Let's go. Oh, this is March 4th. Oh, it's so. See, look, I'm like 10 days behind. I watch your videos sometimes. I like the information you have. I'm sorry about your dog. I wish you the best luck with your goal of having a baby. Thank you. My wife and I are very close. Oh, I gotta go. No, just kidding. Okay. Yeah, just a vote of support. So that's not really a question. Not a question. Let's see. Not a question. Oh, Jonathan Snow. I want to say thank you to Jonathan Snow. I didn't say his name before because I wasn't sure if he wanted me to tell anyone, but Jonathan Snow is the one who sent me this beautiful bottle of Glenlivet, which is just gorgeous. Let me just to say thank you again. Look, you can see I'm drinking this very slowly because it's beautiful. But let me just take a sip. Thank you, Jonathan Snow. What did I drop on the box? Just a little sip. Just a little sip. Just a tiny sip. So I can really appreciate it. It's so smooth. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's got a slight bite at the end, but it's really nice. It's really nice. Anyway, Jon Snow, you know nothing. Comes from of course Game of Thrones, but this man's name is Jonathan Snow. I imagine you must get a lot of teasing over that name, but I do sincerely appreciate your bottle of whiskey that you sent to me. I was very touched, especially because you sent it because he sent it to me when Maggie died. So, anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been another laundry video. I hope you enjoyed it. The big question in the beginning of this video was, how do you grieve? How do you get over sadness? That's the question. Is there a way, or does it just take time? Please leave your answer to that question in the comments, because I would really like to know, and I will read those answers. Okay. How do you get over a broken heart or just a depressed soul? Let me know. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.